So now I'm going to make a copy. I'm going to make a more different variation of the polyblock. So as you can see over here, I have my polyblock. I can just right click and then I would say duplicate the block definition. So I'm clicking here and removing, and I'm clicking here and renaming it. So I'm going to call it Newpoly. But as you can see, everything remains the same. So I'll say update, and now we can sort of focus on the Newpoly. So the only thing I'm actually going to change, let's make this a little bigger. The only thing I'm actually going to change is I'm going to move one more time. So I'm going to say move again with the same length. And I'm turning again. I could also duplicate this one. But instead of only turning angle, I am going to say, let me turn angle times 2. So we would get a different pattern because we would first say side angle and then side double angle. So let's see some examples. So if I say 50, because you know the length should be slightly shorter, let's try a 30-degree angle. Well, okay, we can make the side a little longer. Voila. So you can see we first say forward and then the amount and then the double amount. So we are actually turning it outwards in a degree that is larger than the initial degree. So that's why it's sort of pointing outwards. So if I increase this angle to say 40, you can see it becomes more pointy because then we have the 40 degrees first and then the next step is the double the amount. Let's try another one. See what happens here if I go 144. That's really nice, isn't it? I will lift it ever so slightly. Yes. You can see we create this really nice star. Look at this one. It's also something that should be quite familiar in a way. So this is a different variation where we have 2 times the 2 squares on top of each other. And what about this one? Say if I took 125 and made the side length somewhat smaller, let's see. And then you can see I need more repetitions. I had put it, let's see, I put it to 12. So my guess would be, I don't know, 24. Let's see. Yeah, there we are. So you can see using 125 first, and then, you know, it would amount to a full circle when we do this enough. So the Newpoly is actually a quite simple modification, but I'm hoping you're beginning to see that you don't always need very complicated modifications to actually change the performance of the little block quite dramatically. Yeah, so that's the Newpoly.